Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Small Brain Podcast with me, your host Jake Harvey, and my other host.
Hello everyone, this is Joseph Murphy.
How you getting on, Joe? How you getting on?
I'm alright, mate. How you doing?
Tell you what, my sunburn is absolutely roasting and toasting. I am hurting like a barbecue, mate. That's the only way I can explain it. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
to be honest, that makes two of us. I put this cover on my bed over me last night, and it was like being stabbed with 1,000 little needles.
Oh, mate, I slept with no covers last night. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
don't
do it.
blame you. I was like, I better not, but I thought, nah, I'll treat myself. Little cover, one time a year, I put a cover over me. Uh, it hurt. It was like someone was just pushing down on me, but specifically on the bits that hurt, the sunburn.
Mate, I'll tell you, for everyone listening, I'll give you a little bit of context. So yesterday, me, Joe, and a few of my other mates, we all went fishing, didn't we, Joe? That was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, we didn't, but
No, we didn't catch anything. It didn't help that the rods kept snapping. One rod just completely snapped in half. The other one, the reel just kept getting tangled up. Um, so
that's
we were
my
at a
bad.
disadvantage realistically. Um, but we didn't catch anything. But no one else on the lake caught anything, so it weren't just us.
Yeah, and I mean, with the pole snapping, me catching my cheek, we had a brilliant day, I think. But mate, I really enjoyed it, and then we ended it with a little Hunstanton visit, didn't we, mate?
Mm, it was really nice. The We were on the beach and we were looking across the water, and mate, the way that sun came through them clouds, it was a bit good.
It was a bit good, mate, and our skimming stone competition that we had, that was
Yeah,
a bit good as
yeah,
well.
we're entering the Skim and Stone Olympics. We are a bit
Skim
good at that.
Olympics.
The skin picks. Yeah, we're a
Oh,
bit good at
mate, the skim pick.
that. We're quality. Someone like came by and was like, "Go crouch down a bit more." I was like, "Don't even try and front me on this. I'll skim a stone across your head." You talk to me like that.
Mate, she
No,
wouldn't dare. She wouldn't dare. You know what I
no,
mean?
no. It's good though. It was a good day all around. We had a good time. Did some basketball as well. That was a bit good.
Yeah, do enjoy my basketball. I thought we did well, mate. I think we won a few games, which were pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'm not much of a basketball player. I like my feet remaining on the ground. But I got a few rims. That's a thing, isn't it?
Mate, you were doing well. You were doing well on the old shine. You did lots of defensive work as well, which was
Mm.
good.
I always like defending more in any sport. I remember playing football once and I was defending. End of story.
Just end of story. You know what I mean, mate?
But bar a little spell of fishing, etc. yesterday, what else you been up to this week?
Well, it's been an interesting week. I've been waiting for my film photos to come back, which I'm really excited to see what they're going to look like.
Mm.
Um, because this is a new camera I've been using. I'm well excited to see. But the shop in Kings Lynn, the photography shop there, that's reopened back up, which means that you can go and get it in Kings Lynn now. So I'm not gonna have to wait bloody ages for it.
Yeah.
But that'll be good. And what else have I been up to? I've been with Boris's new rules. I'm in a bubble with my grandparents, which is nice to go and
Very
see
good.
them in their house.
Very nice.
Yeah, have some. I had some dinner with them on Thursday, and I think they're coming around to ours on Thursday, which should be good.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, mate. Yeah, it's not been too bad of a week. What about yourself, mate? How have you been this week?
Oh, it's been a pretty busy week. I feel like it's been a long week. But did you know today being Sunday, right? Because recorded this podcast a bit late, but Sunday. It's the longest day of the year. And I feel
Crikey.
like that's described this week. It's been quite a long week. I remember starting off strong with seeing the missus. That was good. Did a little photo shoot and that was quite nice. And then I saw George, friend of the podcast, George, who I haven't seen for ages. Uh,
Lad.
I've seen him
Absolute lad.
offhandedly here and there. Big up, big lad. And yeah, spent a day with him. We had a good laugh. He's always a laugh. And then yeah, saw you. That was good. car broke down, which was a bit annoying, but we fixed that today, as it happens. It was
Damn,
the
you got it
battery.
fixed.
Yeah, it was the battery. Uh,
Jeez.
Dad had some bloke look at it yesterday, and he was like, "Oh, it's the battery." So he brought a new battery and fitted it, little mechanic over it, and works a treat.
Bloody hell,
So
mate.
very nice. Also watched the online auction on Friday. That was cool, and I brought some bits. Say some bits. I brought a bit, and that was quite good. So yeah.
What do you buy, mate?
Oh, I
What
brought
do you
this
buy?
power supply thing, right? It's not my, it's not my usual, thing, me. But they're worth a few bob. So I only spent a fiver on it. But yeah,
Jeez.
Mayte Chabet. I wanted some cameras there. So I had some what were they? I don't remember, but they were cameras, Fujifilm or something like that, and digital. And I was like, oh, I can swoop in and get this because on the old eBay they were about 60, 70 quid and not working 40
Oh,
quid. So I was like, even if it don't work, little bargain at 40 quid. But then it went up to about 60 quid. Like,
oh dear.
I was like, yeah, I think it'll dodge on this one.
A little dodge thing.
Little dodge. Also had a bit of a result this week. There's a musician that I like called Mika Marcos, something like that. I don't actually know how you say his name, but he was getting some T-shirts printed for his song that he's got out at the moment. But the shipment, the clothes came back and they look shit. Is what I was gonna say. So he was like, the print, it don't even look that bad. But he's like, oh, I'll give these away for free. And I was like, it'd be a bit cheeky because he's in America, he's in Texas. I thought, mate, love the T-shirt, but I don't expect you'd want to ship all the way to little old England. And he was like, nah, mate, I'd love to. So got that on the way. Free T-shirt, not bad.
Mad lad.
Mad lad. So yeah,
Yeah, that
been
sounds a bit good, though.
been all right. Yeah, it's been all right.
But, mate, I think you're going first on the old topics this week, my man.
Yes.
So I think you should go in and surprise me with whatever you're about to say.
Oh mate, I don't want you getting too surprised. I got like 1,000 topics in the world, but a lot of them are like high caliber main tier ones, and I had a really good one, but I can't really. I'm gonna save that for another time because there's been occurrences over the weekend. But uh, wrestling related. But yeah, what I thought of, right? We went to the beach, didn't we, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And it was quite nice. We had a good time. And I thought, have you ever seen that show, right? Where it's like there's a couple, and they always want to move to New Zealand. So they show them a house in England and they show them a house in New Zealand, and they have to pick.
Yeah, it's like it's like
Yeah,
location, but
yeah,
yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
yeah. Well, what I wanted to talk to you right about is the big city versus the beach. Like, who have you got?
Now, I think, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a bit of a mad one because I personally, at this point of time
Mm,
of my life,
mm.
being a strapping 17-year-old chap, um, I'm
His Instagram's
siding towards this.
Jake Carvey 02 if anyone out is interested.
Yeah, Golden hit me up, but no, I'm saying I'd rather the city at the moment of my at this point of time
Mm,
of my career as well as just my social life. I'd
mm,
rather the city,
mm.
but now there's a big but coming. No
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj thing. I'm thinking the coast is definitely where I want to end up when I'm in my late 50s. You know what I mean? Having a blast with the wife.
Oh,
The wife. You're surprised about that,
I
my
noticed
guy,
you
aren't
used
you? But
wife singular as opposed to wife plural.
no, don't want anyone getting the wrong idea here. But no, wife. But yeah, mate, I could see myself at the coast with the old wife, a little dog maybe, little dog.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, mate, what about you?
What
What
kind
about
of dog?
you? What?
Before I answer that, what kind of dog?
Now this is hard.
Yeah. Are we thinking a
I,
Staffordshire Bull Terrier? Are we thinking a New Zealand crossbreed? Are we thinking a New Hampshire Dover? You know what I mean? Like, what are we thinking?
was that last one a dog?
Was that a car or a dog?
Now, I'd probably say like a Doberman, mate.
Doberman. Yeah, they're nice.
Always wanted one.
Mm.
They seem like lovely creatures. A bit vicious, but that's only the trainer. It's all in the trainer. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that was like when I used to have. I mean, I still do, but ferrets, right? When we used to show them, people would always be like, "Oh, they're a bit bitey, aren't they? I thought they bite people." And I was like, "Well, first off, I'm holding it, it ain't biting me. Secondly, that's just depend. Like, if a person's like has the ferret in their hand and going, "You're a big dumb idiot," like, of course they're gonna bite them. But if you treat it with,
I mean, I would. If
yeah,
someone had me in their hand, call me a big dumb idiot, I'd turn around and give them a little nib. You know what I mean?
clearly gonna nip them. But yeah, I think like a dog. It's only as nasty as you treat it, and it's only as nice as you. I was gonna say beat it, but treat it. You know.
What about you, mate? City or coast?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was the question. Well, I've always been a big city guy, but I do respect the coast. I feel like it would be a really nice place to end up. I feel like you said.
Hmm.
I think it just depends where the beach is. You know what I mean? Like Hunstanton's good because Norwich is only like 20 minutes away, isn't it? Really, um,
Yeah.
give or take. And but then that's like a vice versa scenario. Like you could live at Norwich and then go Hunstanton. But I don't know. I think that I'd say right now probably City too. But
Yeah.
like you say, down the line, beach could be good. Do I feel like with a lot of beach places, there's not a lot to see, bar the beautiful beach, which is great and stuff. But like, there's not a lot to do and stuff and see. Whereas like a city, you've got like a lot of area going on, a lot of shops, a lot.
Well, that fucked it, but we're back. We're back in action. The app
Yeah,
that we're
we
using just absolutely had a mare, but we're back.
had some
So
difficulties. Admittedly, we had some technical difficulties. Everything just cut out, but I'm hoping they ain't gonna do it again. But at the same time, kind of cool though.
I mean, at the same time, mate, shops. What were you saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, right. So like in your city, that's it. You got a lot of shops and stuff and everything. And like I know every time I go to Cambridge or Norwich or dare I say it, London, like I always find new little areas and stuff. And it's not even the shop bits. It's like a little castle that I never saw, or like nice little garden and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I feel like places like the beach, like yeah, um, what's the beach that starts with S?
Snatch him.
Not Snetcham. The other one.
What other beach are you on about? Skegness.
Skegness, right? Like I like Skegness, but there's nothing there really. Like you know, what I mean, there's like a couple of bits here and there, but it's nothing too major. But yeah, I just feel like it's probably city all the way, to be honest with you.
Mate, I feel like you're doing
Although,
Skegness a bit dirty. Mate,
nah,
Skegness is Skeg Vegas, my guy. Skegness is where it's at. Hold tight, my mate Marcus's dad, who lives there. Big up.
right?
He
Yeah,
he's mate. He tells me all the stories about like Skeg Vegas, and he's yeah, mate. It sounds like a bit of a rocking place. I mean, you got the arcades there, haven't you,
yeah. There's arcades.
mate? Big up. Arcades is where it's at. You got a few nice pubs there as well. Skeg Vegas, my guy, is where it's at.
Um, nah, incorrect. I rate that low on my tier list of beaches I've been to.
Mate, I'll
I
compare.
used to love it, I'd say, but
I'll
last time I
compare
went,
Skeg.
it was dead.
Mate, Skegness is the poor man's Great Yarmouth. I can admit that
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
because like
That's yeah,
they're similar.
they're similar. I mean, they both have beaches.
There you go, mate.
Uh, yeah, they're actually quite similar, aren't they? Yarmouth's quite high on there.
I do like Yarmouth.
Yarmouth's good. I want to add Peterborough to that list, even though it has nothing to do with it. But Yarmouth, Hunstanton is quite good, I'd argue. Chrome is good from what I remember. Um, People put Wells on that list. I put Wells low. I love
I,
Wells,
mate, I
but
put
as a
Wells.
beach area, I don't think it's good.
I put Wells well low. Okay.
Mm. Mm. Like I like going there every now and then. I love crabbing and stuff there. That's good. But compared to other beaches, not good. The little villages and stuff there's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the villages. Blakeney's quite good. I do love
Oh,
Blakeney.
favourite place. I love it there.
Mate, Blake. Everyone, if you listen to this podcast, you know we're big fans of Blakeney.
Mate, Blakeney is a very good date spot.
Yeah?
Oh, I tell you, it's very good. Any of you gents listening, mate, and you want to take a gal them out for a good time, have a little drive up the coast. You go to Blakeney. It's where it's at, mate. It's absolutely where it's at.
Lydia, if you're listening, we're going up Blakeney.
There you go, lady. I've,
There you go.
I've planted the
So,
seed in Joe's brain, and you're
so
going.
twist that on its original idea for what I actually used name. Yeah. But like cities, I mean, you gotta go with London as like top tier.
See, I wouldn't put
Whoa,
London up there.
really,
I'm not a big London fan.
mate? You've never been to London with me then?
I have.
Oh shit!
No,
What do you like about it?
well, I like London. It's parts of it, but parts of it, I just think I'd just rather go Norwich. You know what I mean?
True, Norwich is probably my highest one, even though I just said London. I'd say Norwich because I love Norwich, and then London for me, and then like Cambridge, Peterborough. Like, I'm trying to think of cities I've been to, but I really can't.
I'd go.
York's good,
I'd
but
go.
oh,
I'd, I'd go Bath or Bath,
hmm
whichever.
yeah,
Um,
I call it.
then you can call it Buff if you want. I mean, I've got to take you there, mate. You really love it there.
Oh yeah.
Then you got, in my eyes, probably not Norwich,
Hmm.
just because it's like the home city from where we're near. That
Represent.
represent. And then you got probably London, and then Peterborough, Cambridge, and then
You put Peterborough above Cambridge.
yeah, because on I only go to Cambridge if I want to go and get a Wagamama, and that's me being honest with you.
Yeah.
If I prefer Peterborough because it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit more car scene, and I love my cars, so I'd rather go Peterborough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've never thought of Peterborough as a big car place.
Mate, they've got modified cars there for days.
Did they?
And
I like a modified car.
mate, I tell you, it's a bit good. It's a bit good. They've got their whole got like a whole squad up there with modified cars, and it's a bit naughty.
Oh, mate. That is where I used to go, Peterborough, the showground that they have there. They used to do the modified nationals. That was class. Where it's just like loads of modified cars and like
Yeah,
they were showing them and stuff, and there's like banging music. It's quite good.
yeah, mate. It's a bit good down there, and I like the I don't know. I like Peterborough. It's a bit sort of. I find it homely, which is weird because I wasn't born there or lived there, but I just
It does have that kind of feel to it.
it reminds me of Norwich a little bit. I think that's why.
Yeah. I always
Sort of.
put those together. When I was little, the two sort of places I'd go was Norwich and Peterborough. I think it's because where we are, like those are where you can get buses to go down. Sort of thing.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I'm pretty sure the same bus goes to Peterborough to Norwich, doesn't it?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, mate. It goes one way to Peterborough and then one way to Norwich.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
Although you could get a coast hopper and go along the beaches. You know what I mean? Like pick one.
Nah, coast hoppers,
No.
mate. Whack.
Huh? Whack. It's like £10, and then you can just use it for the entire day.
Yeah, take it back, solid. But no, I rate the Norfolk coastline probably the highest. Although Scotland's coast is a bit mad. Like,
Yeah, I thought they had snow.
I mean, they do sometimes. Who doesn't? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But
yeah,
like,
yeah. We've all had our days.
but I'd say Scotland's a bit mad. Like, they've got the balance of towns and beaches quite right. You know what I mean?
That's a difficult balance to get right as well.
It's like in a full English breakfast, you need the balance. You need the balance with the eggs. You need the balance with the bacon. You need the balance with the black pudding, and that all needs to sync together nicely to create the wonder that is a full English.
I've never had black pudding.
Mate, I'm about to end this call for real this time. No cap. What are you saying? You've never had black pudding? You dumb.
I've never had black pudding.
What is
I ate
that, mate?
cheesecake today. Um, well, I don't know. I don't really. It's blood, isn't it? It's blood pudding.
I think blood pudding's a different thing, isn't it? Like black pudding is blood, but blood
Yeah.
pudding
Oh,
is a nah,
it's
mate. You
making me
need,
curl up just thinking about it. My toes are going in the opposite direction just thinking about that.
mate, a nice black pudding is the best thing you can ever eat with a full English breakfast.
What about the sausage, the bacon, the beans, the bread, the toast,
Mate,
the
fuck that off.
croissant?
Fuck that off. You have a
Yeah.
croissant with a full English breakfast, my guy. Well, you soak up bean juices. You're not having croissant with beans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I guess. I just thought the idea that croissant's French. And you have that with full English. Come on, mate.
Mate,
I have full
Brexit.
intercontinentals. That's me. Yeah, Brexit. The Brexit special.
No, mate. I'm a fan of black pudding. And black pudding at Dobby's in Tesco's. Oh my god,
Is that good?
mate. I'm so excited for that to come back. You wouldn't even. Oh no, mate. That is. Oh, I'm crying even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just too.
I like
amazing.
Tesco's breakfast a lot, but that's Dobby's, so that's a different thing.
Where can you get a Tesco's breakfast around here, my guy?
Understand? Which is the beach, which brings me right back to my topic. Smooth. But yeah, it used to be in Hardwick. This is some local talk for you local listeners, but Hardwick it used to have a different Tesco's there. Then they knocked it down and built the new one. And the old one used to have a restaurant, and it was so good. But this new one has a restaurant, and that's Dobby's, which is still pretty good.
I'd rate that higher
Yeah, I rate it higher.
because I
I
love
think I
myself
went.
some Dobbies.
I think I went there. Dobby's is quality. I think I went there Christmas Eve one time, and we had a breakfast, and that was really good.
Mate, it is banging. I think last year I went with my dad for Father's Day
Oh yeah.
and had a Dobby's breakfast, and then went up went up coast, I think. But yeah, it's bloody Father's Day today, isn't it?
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all fathers listening, if there is any.
Dad,
But
listening, happy Father's Day.
big boy Nige, happy Father's Day. But
Oh,
um,
get some love in there.
but yeah,
Everyone, if you're
what have you?
listening to this, play that part, to your dads out there. Send it
If any of
to
them's called Nigel as well, that kind
them.
of works. So
Yeah, I like that.
you've been up,
So what
you've
was
been up to
our
much
oh
this
shit, go ahead.
Father's Day? I was going to say, have you done anything special for Father's Day? I know it's going a bit off topic,
Um
but I thought I'd
Not
bring it up.
particularly. There's not a hell of a lot you can really do anyway at the moment. You know what I mean? With it, I mean, we fitted the car battery. That was pretty. That was pretty good. Um, I gave my dad the bits, like his presents and stuff. One of them hasn't even come yet, which is a bit annoying. But the thing he loved the most is I got him this card that I put. There was like loads of photos of us two together on it, and it had like fancy text on the back and that. He really liked that. But yeah,
Naughty,
nothing,
naughty,
not a
mate.
great deal of stuff. Just had a sort of relaxing day, really.
Decent, mate. Decent.
What about yourself?
Um, well, we went for a walk around Castle Acre this morning,
Hmm.
which was nice, and then we went up to the coast, um, up around the coast, which is quite fitting, really. Um,
Yep.
went up to
On topic.
Brancaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit good. I do like it down there.
Yeah,
And
Brancaster
then
is
um,
nice.
and then went round to my granddad's, gave him his present, and then came back home.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, mate, coastal city.
Coastal, come on, boys, Coastal City, Coastal City. Um, I had a big good one. Well, what made me just realise just now, city, right? I'm expanding it because city, that doesn't just mean United Kingdoms. I've been to Paris. I've been to uh Berlin. These aren't just humble brags. These are facts. That those are quality cities. I think my favourite city in the world that I've been to, which isn't a lot, but Berlin. You ever been?
I have.
What?
I'm pretty sure I have been to Berlin.
Oh, mate, let's not brag. But it's quite good there, isn't it?
Yeah, I liked it. I prefer. I preferred. I went to. Hang on, I'm gonna sound dummy thick here, but is Berlin is in Germany, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So when I went to
Wow.
Germany,
Uh-huh.
I thought got confused with that Berlin. I thought Berlin was in Amsterdam for a minute, but we'll push
Oh,
that to the side. But
oh, not bragging.
I went to Cologne in Germany,
Oh yeah.
and that's class. I
Yeah.
like it there.
Yeah.
Got some really nice chocolates there, and
Oh,
the Christmas markets are really good there as well. So
oh, mate.
definitely.
Anywhere. This is on topic as well because cities and stuff. Any city that has a Christmas market, like that city becomes 10 times better around Christmas.
Oh mate, 100%, 100%.
100%. I know you low. I know you low key low tier on this, but London in Christmas time, like South Bank,
That
is
oh,
just unbeatable. Like the Christmas lights and everything, and the trees and stuff. Oh, mate.
I'll give you that, mate. I'll give you
Yeah.
that. I also
Yes.
like it, like I think it's if you go up, I can't remember whereabouts it is, but Selfridges at Christmas time is madness.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And what's that shop that we sometimes go into when we go to London? The really big one with like the
Harrods.
food hall. Yeah,
Harrods.
blo
Yeah.
bloody
Yeah.
hell, mate! That at Christmas is a
Unbelievable.
madness.
So good.
I mean,
We
whenever we
went
go in there,
round. No, we didn't. October is when we went, wasn't it?
yeah, I mean, whenever we go in there, we don't buy anything, but we just like looking,
Oh
like
no, no. You,
having
you
a.
you walk around there. You walk around in Harrods, which is like the most expensive shop in Europe. You walk around there and you look like, oh mate, yeah, I do need to write something down. I'll get a pen. You look at the pen, £146.92. It's like, oh, okay, fair enough. But you feel posh
Good,
in
mate.
there.
You do feel posh,
Yeah.
especially when like you go to the little sort of sections. So say if you go into
Mm.
like the Gucci section or the
Yeah,
Louis
that's
Vuitton
cool. That
section,
bit's cool. Yeah. Oh,
and then these like guys come up to you and like, "Hello, sir." You're like, "Oh, your boy, it's stunning."
you give him a look, you dap him up. You go, yeah, man.
I mean, not now, you can't, but like,
No, no, no. You
you
give him
would
a
have
little
done.
elbow touch, and you go, 2 pairs of Gucci sliders, please. And you go, absolutely. I tell you what was a bit of a weird one. The Supreme shop.
Yeah, mate. I low key rated it, but I low key hated it at the same
For
time.
starters, they make you queue up nowhere near the store. You're standing behind like a velvet rope in the middle of nowhere, which I don't know if it's their aesthetic or if they're just doing it to like be a bit annoying. But we did that, and then when we went in there, it was just music that was deafening. It was like I remember because some of the songs would start off and it'd be like a nice little like I don't know, it was like a nice little Chinesey ballad thing when it was like do 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 and it would go bah! And then it would be like really
Yeah,
loud.
it was like really heavy metal, heavy stuff.
Yeah,
But I thought the clothes in there were actually really reasonable compared to how I thought they'd be.
yeah. I thought it was going to be like a plain. white T-shirt with a little box logo for like 400 quid, but it wasn't even that bad.
No, it was like they had some shirts there for like 30 quid, didn't they? And we were
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't
crikey.
expecting that.
But
I was like, oh, is this
since
Primark or something? And then the bloke, yeah, he dragged me out, but
it started, threw you in the store cover, actually.
yeah,
He wasn't impressed, but I
nah,
somehow managed to get you out, and we're here today on the Small Brain Podcast. But
yeah, boy.
talking of music in the Supreme store,
Mm,
I think it's about time to talk about our tracks
yeah,
of the week.
yeah. Final Answer City, by the way. But track of the week, right? This song, it's really been getting me through this week with a little bit of dancing in my step, right? It's quite good, even I don't know if it's a dance song, but there's a rapper called Prof, who I'm a big fan of. I don't know if you've heard of him, but a guy called Prof, and he's got a song called Squad Goals. All right, hear me out. It's a really good song. It's quality. The chorus, you're a big fan of choruses. The chorus is really good. The
Right.
rest of the song is also good. This wasn't like last week where I despised the opening. Every part of this song is great. It's got a nice flair to it. It's got a nice boom. It sounds sort of like a 90s style like scene, but mixed with like the modern day. Like it's good. It came out a month ago, I think, so it's fairly recent. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I like the music video for it as well. The music video is like do you know what Mr. Rogers is?
Um, no.
Oh, I don't know if you've ever seen a thing where it's like a guy wearing like a red cardigan and he's like a kids show host thing. There's like this thing that was on ages ago, but he's that. So now the reference doesn't really as effective because you know what it is, but like yeah, it's badass. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's funny. It's quite funny. I'll do rate Prof highly if anyone out there slash Jake hasn't listened to Prof, give him a listen because he's got some bangers. Like he hits hard. But
What
yeah,
type of what type of rap is it, my guy? Is it like a little sort of hard rap, or is it chill? What we talking?
I mean, it's good. Uh, I don't know. It's like I wouldn't say it's chill. It's hard, but it's not like Scarlord. You know what I mean? It's like
I get you. I get
I
you.
can't really. It's hard to like pin it down. It reminds me of right. You know, like Little Dicky raps.
Yeah.
It's like that, but if Little Dicky was like trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
There's parts in it where he has the same sort of like da 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 that he does sometimes, but actually sounds like good. You know what I mean? Like serious
Yeah,
sort of thing. But
damn.
yeah,
I might have to check this out, mate. This sounds a bit naughty, to be fair.
it's quite a bop, and the production on it is really good too. But yeah, he knocks it out of the park. 'Cause the only reason I heard about him in the first place is because he's got a song called Andre the Giant, who was a wrestler, and that's how I
Naughty.
got involved with it. But we don't talk about wrestling on the show because we can't at the moment. But you know,
I mean,
quality.
I'm
But
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna mention wrestling in my song of the week,
oh,
because one of one of my favourite artists is
mm-hmm.
and Joe's favourite. I'd say probably one of your favourite artists. I'm not
If you
sure.
say John Cena,
I'm not going to, but I'm gonna say Blanco, and
oh,
I'm gonna talk about
pedigree.
his new single called Memphis.
Mm,
Now, if anyone doesn't know who Blanco is, you're dumb, but I'd definitely go and check him out because he's sort of like I'd describe it, and I definitely haven't copied the website Versus to describe this. I'd describe it as a chill drill, and with sort of an Afro Latin production that pairs up perfectly with his effortless flow and wordplay.
this is
All
something
my
that Jake
words.
always goes on about when we're ever anywhere. If he just catches a song on like a radio from a car that's driving by, he goes, That does have a South African flair with a little Latin taste to it."
I
That's just
mean,
something he's known for.
there's some absolute bars in this. gonna pull up the lyrics right now and just tell you a couple of these bars because Blanco has used major bars for his last three songs that he's released. Shipperton, Pull Up, and Memphis.
I
He's
gotta
used
admit,
major bars.
Pull Up is just a banger overall. It's just a nice, like, so calm. Yeah, he hits you with like portable ops PSP like that. There's not a day gone by where I thought about that. Like how deep that is.
Mate, it's a bar. So one of the bars he uses in this song is wrestling themed.
Mm-hmm.
He goes 3H triple times, no pedigree. And
Mm,
as a
mm,
wrestling fan, I know you're more of a wrestling fan, Joe, and I can admit
mm.
that, but
Thank
you
you.
must appreciate that, my guy. You must.
Yeah, no, that I rate that. His last wrestling bar that I can think of is he said, "I was on the edge like later," which so many levels to that. Like this man is a wrestling fan, and I respect him even more. He likes wrestling and video games, is what I've understood from him, and
Mate,
also British television. He says talks about GMT. No,
yeah, that is
GMB. Good Morning Britain. That's what he talks about.
no. There you go, mate. There you go. But another bar in this tune is I mean he's got so many. I'm looking at them here. He's got a bar that says "Jump out, let it sing, no carpool," which is a bar in itself.
Oh, is that like
Um,
James Corden?
that's like a James Corden thing, but we won't talk about him. He's fat. Nah, but if you there's another one that's like "Need a Duchess," like the Markle, old ones, stepping on toes, metatarsal. Um,
Yeah, this
I just,
podcast is just reading out lyrics from now.
but I'd definitely go and give him a listen because it is he's mad good and
Mm,
yeah,
mm,
definitely worth a listen.
definitely, definitely. Speaking of worth a listen, you've been contemplating what topic you're going to talk about for the last
I have,
millennia. You've been
I
so
have.
confused, you've been like ripping out pages, you've been scrumpling up, you've been throwing into a bin, like you've been using your typewriter and shit. But my man, what is your topic this week?
Now we are both fans of Instagram,
Yes.
aren't we? We're both fans of social media in general. We use it quite often.
Yes, I
Um,
browse.
we browse, we post, we do all the social media things. But
Mm.
I was wondering if you ever think there'll be a time where social media is no longer being used.
Ooh, that's a good point. I like this.
What do we think? What do we think?
Yes. Well, I think, me personally at least, during quarantine and that, I found myself coming away from a lot of it a lot more. Like, specifically Snapchat. I never use it. I've not needed to use it once, really. Um, so that's like out of the equation. And I feel like people have realised more that like they don't really need social media as much. I feel personally.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
some
I mean,
aspects of it is there's been a lot of things lately where people have used social media for causes and things like that. But I think that the whole sort of blowout of it is gonna sort of die down.
yeah. I mean, I've definitely done the same, mate. I've definitely seen myself um, urging away from it more in quarantine and found myself trying to do stuff which will either better myself or get back out there and do my photography again or something like that.
Yeah.
But I do think I've definitely seen myself spending less time on Instagram than I have before.
Mm.
Um, and I think the reason, I don't know, I feel one of the reasons probably why you're not using Snapchat as much, mate, is because I feel like you are in a relationship. It's a weird
Right.
thing to say, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely think Snapchat is definitely more of an app for talking to sort of girls. You know what I
You think?
mean?
I would think no, but I'm willing to hear you out.
I mean, I don't know, but I think Instagram is probably a good place to sort of start it. But I feel like lots of people that I know sort of talk to girls on Instagram for a little bit and then move over to Snapchat.
Right. My thing is
And
with Snapchat, right? You like I know I understand this is a big selling point, but for me, I don't like. I feel like that's negative towards it. Like the things only last like so long in it, like 24 hours. Like you open it and it's gone and that. And I get what you mean. That's probably good for that, your little chattings. You know what I mean? But like if I'm going on there and my friend's like, "Hey, look at this photo," like you know what I mean? Like, if I go and look at it and then it disappears because I accidentally double tap on it, that's just my day ruined, isn't it? Really?
yeah, I do feel that, but I feel like that's if you send a photo on Instagram DMs, it disappears, doesn't it? After you open it.
Just send them it properly.
Yeah, that is true. I don't
So
know.
that's it for the
I,
yeah.
I feel like I, I feel like there's not going to be a time where social media is not going to be used again. And I feel like a follow up to that point, which I wanted to make, was: do you think the amount of time people spend on social media is good for their mental health, their like sort of the way they think about the world? Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it's a bad thing, the amount of times people spend on social media?
I think that it probably definitely isn't good. Um, in some regards, it's probably good for people because they can communicate with others and that.
Yeah,
Like for someone who probably can't go out and talk to people, like they'd rather do it through that. But I think at the same time, there's just so much uh anonymity with it. You know what I mean? Where like you can say things where no one knows it's you saying it, and a lot of stuff like that, and people take that and turn it into hatred. And there's like a lot of negativity online, like a hell of a lot of it. And I feel also, I know like lately there's been a whole thing with like Twitter being like, oh, we're just gonna say Donald Trump's tweets are like false because majority of them he's telling people to like inject themselves with disinfectant and stuff like that. But I feel like people don't understand when things are false information. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely.
And I feel like that doesn't. I feel like that aspect is also bad for people because someone could be like online. They ask like in a group in like a page or something like for advice about mental health, and then everyone could just tell them like a load of shit, and they'll do it, and like there'll be bad results. But that's just what I think, at least.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like the days throughout quarantine that I haven't used social media, so say yesterday,
Mm,
when we both went fishing,
yeah,
like you noticed it as well as I did. I just didn't look at my phone through the whole morning.
yeah,
Like it was just on the floor, and we were just chilling, having a chat and stuff. And
mm,
I feel definitely much personally. I feel much happier when I haven't maybe looked at Instagram or looked at Snapchat and just focused on human interaction, which I know
yeah.
sounds a weird way of putting it, but
Nah,
it's
nah,
the
nah.
truth. I mean, like people spend so much time addicted to their screens. I feel like if you definitely sort of look up and look at the things around you, you become more grateful for stuff.
Mm,
Because I feel like if you're scrolling through Instagram, for example, you're depend if you go on your feed, fair enough, it's more sort of narrowed into what you technically want to see. But if you're looking on the explore page or whatever, you're looking at about 58 million different people's lifestyles that they only show the best bits of anyway.
yeah,
So it changes your aspect on what's good and sort of what's useful, which I don't think is very good for the now us lot. We can sort of now know that that's not their life. But I feel like if there was say like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old on Instagram looking at all that stuff, they'd be like, why aren't I like that? Why haven't I done
mm,
that?
yeah,
And it's sort of I feel like it's just not right for people of that age to look at that kind of stuff because although people will be like, oh, it's harmless, like it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's not doing anything to you because you know it's not like that's their life. But if
Mm.
you're young, you see that, you're going to be like, why isn't that me? Sort of thing. So I definitely feel then personally, I've never had that because I only got Instagram when I was 15. I only got
Yeah.
Snapchat when I was 16.
Mm.
So but that's only because my mum and dad wouldn't let me have it. It's
Yeah.
sort of because they knew that sort of thing. But I definitely feel like it's something to talk about because I experienced it yesterday. As I said, when we were out having fishing, having a really nice day, I didn't look at my phone once, and it was probably, I'd say, the best day of quarantine that I've experienced
Oh.
because it was sort of spending it with my mates. I wasn't looking at my phone. I was just sort of interacting. So I definitely it's something to think about and have maybe a few days where you don't look at your social media or anything. Tell people if they need you just to call you or whatever. Just have sort of a chill time because I definitely think
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Well, I feel like Instagram will probably last forever, but like the world around you won't. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh mate, that was a good way of putting it. I like that.
thanks, man. Like, you only get so much time on Earth as it is, and the world is constantly changing. Uh, you just need to make sure that you're using or like you're yeah using what you've got your life to like its fullest. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
scrolling through a
definitely.
hundred other people's lives who aren't real, like who are faking it. Probably, for the most part, they're faking it, put them on a show, all that sort of thing for likes and stuff like that, and attention. It's not going to do you any good because you'll be striving for something that isn't achievable when you could be taking that time to better yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I feel something that Instagram is useful for is in for those people who don't say take 600 photos to get that perfect photo where so your money's lined up with your cars and your houses and all that kind of stuff. It's for the people who got gone from nowhere to somewhere to sort of say show people, inspire people.
Hmm.
Because I definitely think there's a difference. There's a
Oh yeah.
huge difference,
Yeah.
and I feel like that needs to be shown. And sadly, it's usually the people who do take those 600 photos and line everything up perfectly for that one photo that get to the explore page
Hmm.
because they've either got a good team around them or they've got a good sort of, I don't know, people. Some people like to see the luxury lifestyle
I think it's
instead
a
of
whole thing
working
of.
for it.
I think it's a whole thing of like, and if YouTube does the same thing, but like a lot of things, Instagram knows that if people see that, they're gonna like it because like, oh, cars, oh, money, you know what I mean? So they'll promote that because like the more attraction a thing gets, the better off Instagram is, the better off these social media pages is. So they're promoting this, which is another reason why I feel like people are gonna wise up. I feel like people are eventually gonna wise up to that. Like you have to at some point be like social media, the pages are controlling what you want to see and all this sort of thing, and that's why people might start boycotting it or like going through other avenues or trying different new social medias because like there was things like MySpace that died after a while, like all this sort of thing because a new thing came along, and like TikTok now as well, like that's come along, and a lot of people are
Yeah,
on there and they see things that are like there's people doing like these fake videos where it's like surprise I got you a car and shit like that, but like oh, why can't my friend give me a car? Or why can't I afford enough money to give someone a car? Why can't I be famous? And all this sort of thing. I don't know. I just feel like
yeah. I
I
feel
feel like
like
social
just
media's
doing.
done more worse than good in life.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the amount of because I don't have Facebook or Twitter personally, but the amount of people that tell me, "Oh, Twitter's just a place for um, abusing people these days," sort of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
having a go at people.
I've never really gotten Twitter. I think the only time I ever got Twitter was once, and it was to tweet a wrestler that I saw live. No, it was I saw an article that said no. I saw something, and there was Marty Scurll who's a wrestler, and then I sent him a tweet or tweeted him, whatever you do, and then he liked it and retweeted it, and I was like, but that was the only time I ever used it. But everyone's on it, and no one seems to ever have fun on it.
Yeah, mate. I'm gonna say one thing really quickly. Your audio
Nah,
did just get a bit muffled. There we go. That's better.
nah, it's because I put my pinky over the microphone.
Damn. But yeah, to your point, I feel like it's definitely, and people have stopped using that now. So I
Mm,
definitely feel like people are moving in the right direction. But I did want to bring that up as my topic of the week because I feel like it needed to be said because although we're getting a lot of views on this podcast, and I feel like most people who are watching it are probably of a similar age to us.
hmm
Um, so I wanted to say that just if you hadn't ever thought about doing it, just take a couple of days without social media, and you'll realise sort of how good life. It seems cheesy, but how good life can sort of be if you appreciate it for what it is and not for someone else's on a screen. You know what I'm saying?
But also listen to the podcast.
Also listen to the podcast, but but
Like
I
while you're climbing your mountain or holding a loved one near a nice beach or sea, be sure to have an earphone in and just be listening to the podcast. But yeah, social media is a horrible thing at times, but it can bring people together. So it's really up to you. We're just giving you our advice.
yeah, it's a dangerous game, but I thought it'd be definitely a good thing to talk about this week.
Oh,
But
for sure.
I think that's my topic, my little rant topic over and done with for this week.
Mm,
Um, but
I
yeah,
liked it. Very
yeah.
cute. Yeah, it was good.
I
I
mean,
feel. Oh, what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna be honest. It was either that or football, and I
Oh,
think
mate, I love football. You know me. Come on, you Reds,
no,
Blues.
definitely not. Yes, boys.
Yes,
I'm a
boys.
Tottenham fan on the podcast.
Chelsea,
Tottenham all
Chelsea.
the way.
Oh,
Oh, no, damn no.
the Chelsea have a team. They do, don't they?
Yeah,
I used to like Blackpool because I read somewhere that they went like 7 matches without being beaten.
yeah, mate.
Is that impressive?
No.
Nah. They had a manager who was bald for a bit. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we love a baldy on the podcast.
Love baldy on the podcast. But yeah, but yeah, I feel like that was the better out of the two. But something we forgot to do at the start of the podcast is explain that we're on other platforms now.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry, I forgot to do that at the start of the podcast. Um, we're on podcast viewing and listening
Yes.
services.
So I feel like this needs to be said now, or probably better at the start. But if you're listening to this on YouTube, fantastic. If you look in the description, we've got links to every other platform that this is on: Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music,
Apple
Google
Podcast.
Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. There's Breaker. There's something else as well. We're on a few. We've made progress, and if you're on those uh places, hello.
Hello, how are we? But yeah, if you're on those, I hope you're enjoying. I hope it's going all right on over there. And I mean, I hope the sound experience is as fresh as it is on YouTube. But I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I hope this
But
is audibly pleasing for you.
I mean, ASMR, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely, yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out over there because, as
Yeah,
Joe was saying earlier, if you're climbing up a mountain, it's easier to listen to it on there than on
yeah,
YouTube.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
so
Come here for what I want to tell everyone is YouTube. This is where you're gonna get all your nice little pictures. You're gonna get your nice visuals, all that sort of thing. Um, And then I'd say listen to it on YouTube first, and then when you want to listen to it again, like I say, when you're at a nice Italian restaurant or something like that, or a mountain, or I don't know, farm, something like that, then listen to it on Spotify. I'd say go for Spotify, but I'm not, biased.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of an Apple Podcast guy, but go for whatever.
Yeah, thinking about it, I'm more of a breaker kind of guy, but that's just me.
More of an anchor kind of guy, and I want to put an anchor to this podcast. So I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah,
Um,
well, just before you end it, just search Small Brain Podcast on any platform. We should come up, just so people know, because they might not realise how you find it.
yeah, and the links in the description as well.
To the YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, I think that was a good week's episode. I'm sorry if it's a bit late, everyone, but
Yeah,
if
sorry
you
about
can,
the little havoc in the middle there, but we worked out.
we worked it out. We worked it out, boys. And if you can give this video a like, hit the subscribe button if you would be so kind. And
Hey guys, if you're new around here and you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up and voice slip. Also, if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a badass comment below. Jake, what you gotta say?
yeah, I'm saying if you've made it this far in the podcast, leave the comment. Um, Jake has got a badger in his pantry. Leave it there,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that'll be the comment. And if we see any of
That'll be the
them,
comment.
we know you're
Yeah.
some top tier fans. So
You're getting a
we'd
lot of.
appreciate it. I'm gonna love it, mate. If we get any of them,
Yeah.
I'll be straight on there. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Forward.
I want to say thank you for listening,
Mm-hmm.
and you know my saying: good morning, good day, good evening, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.